Hello, and welcome to my first uh, sort of video tutorial on making piano tracks, um, tracks for like video games and film, YouTube. There wasn't a popular demand or anything. I don't have too many subscribers, but I do want to give a shout out to Caleb, who left a comment just asking a simple question. And that question has led me to create this video tutorial. So I just wanted to thank Caleb for giving me the motivation. I think what I wanted to do was just to give you a brief overview of the what I do to create a piano track. And as you can see here, what you're looking at in the screen is this is Logic Pro. Here in the backdrop, this is the what you would call a digital audio workstation. You could lay out different tracks here for different instruments, and then mix together a track that contains lots of different instruments. What I use it for mainly or is just plain and simple solo piano recording without the need to record in a studio or try to replicate a studio setup here at home. I'm by no means a professional pianist or composer or producer, but I do enjoy it, and I do enjoy creating tracks and just seeing how some of these tracks do out in the real world. And yeah, so I just wanted to show you my process here. I know some of you may have already seen some of the videos I put up. All of those videos you can think of as being produced in using the same process that I outlined here. But I think I'm gonna try to keep this quick. I know I talked already way too long, but what you heard in the beginning of this video and saw was I was just recording myself playing on the piano. My piano's connected to this MacBook Pro that I have here over USB, and basically the MIDI output from the digital piano is getting recorded here. And so you could see, I'm gonna remove this for now. You could see when I double click this recording that I made here, you could see all the notes right here, and I can play this back, what I just recorded. Basically my process is just to press the record button and just start playing something. And as you probably heard from that recording, there were a few places where I missed a note here and there. And the great thing about this process is I guess when you're playing something live using an acoustic instrument like just a piano, grand piano, you really need to focus on the fact that you have to play it perfectly. Now, I myself, I get so nervous. I'm not very good with performance or playing in front of people, and sometimes I even feel the pressure when I'm by myself and I know I have to play something through perfectly. I think the benefit of being able to use a digital piano and then recording the MIDI notes and then playing it through software like this is that I can now go back and kind of edit the notes, the notes that I misplayed. And so I'm gonna do that right now. I'm just gonna go through and see where I hear a mistake, and then I'm just gonna fix it. I'm gonna turn off the metronome. heard something there. Let me just put the cursor back a little bit and then hit play. Right here. So I kind of stuttered here a little bit, right? So now let me zoom into this area. Right. So right here, you could see some notes here in this bass part, where right here, right? So this note doesn't seem like it belongs, so I'm gonna remove it, and then I'm gonna push this note back, right? And there also seems to be a note here that doesn't belong. So let's get rid of this note. Okay, and then let's play it back. Okay, but you get the idea. I know there's a couple more places where I could probably edit it and make it sound a little more mistake-free. Now it depends, I guess, what you're going for here, right? So we know that even in live recordings, even when people, professionals play, there you could hear sometimes, if you really pay attention, that it's not always perfect. And so I think I'm gonna leave it the way it is right now. And to export, I just highlight this track here, and I go up to File, Export, and then I select selection as audio file, right? And then now there's a lot of formats here. You can leave it at AIFF 16-bit, and just pick a folder that makes sense to you. Okay, and yeah, and then just hit export. Okay. Right, so I believe it was this one, logic.aif. I think I forgot to put in the file name, but at this point I'll just I'll open this free program called Audacity. Okay. And I like this program because it allows you to do some final touch-ups on the track. One thing is I like to kind of to normalize the volume of the track itself. So that's okay. So let me import the file. Okay. 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 All right. So at this point, you could probably create your MP3 or WAV or whatever format you want to produce. Now, this is a solo piano track, so I normally wouldn't do this, but there's there's effects that you could do just kind of as a final touch. One thing that you might do is to normalize it. Basically, is to stretch out these, make it as loud as possible without clipping. And so you could set it. I'll set it -1 dB as the max. Okay, and then you could do something like that. You could see the waveforms just kind of stretch out. And I mean, there's other things that you can do. I don't do all that much with solo piano. I think it's not really intended to play loud. But there's loud and soft, and the dynamic range, you kind of want to preserve that as well. So what I'm gonna do is just export it. These are the options. You could export it as MP3, WAV. I want to do MP3. I'll just export it here as an MP3. Let me see. So yeah, you can select your folder, music, Logic, and then I'll just put it here. I think it was called Logic. Actually, I don't need to do that. And then you could set the quality. I think 320k is kind of the norm now, for most tracks. So you can create that, and then if you want to put some metadata, you could, but I'm not too concerned about that. Yeah, and then once you do that, then you got your MP3 file, which you can then play on your device. And it's small, so you could do that also for export as a WAV. So same thing here. You could select, there's 16-bit, 32-bit float, whatever format desire. You could set it to that and then just save it, and you have your WAV file. So that's so my process in a nutshell. I think this video was really intended just to be an overview, so I haven't gone into any detail on the specifics in the process, but hopefully there's a nugget here or there that can help you. And if you knew all this already, then I hope I wasn't too boring. But yeah, thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.